Goenka Group, growing legacies over 200 years.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
विदेश से आए हुए धन के स्रोत राज्य की निगरानी में नहीं हो, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा। ये नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार है, देश के अंदर एक कानी पाई भी हम नहीं आने देंगे।
होम मिनिस्टर
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, growing legacies over 200 years.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
Different ages, different stages. Get best protection with Star Women Care Insurance Policy. Always at your doorstep.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, growing legacies over 200 years.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
क्या हुआ चैंपियन?
दिन रात प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ती है, यहाँ तो रात को स्टेडियम ही बंद हो जाता है।
एक काम करो ना, चेन छोड़ छोड़ के लगाना।
पापा
अब करो दिन रात प्रैक्टिस। चैंपियन।
एक्स्ट्रा सेफ पॉलीकैप ग्रीन वायर आपके सपनों को रखे सेफ।
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
With Beto's Diabetes Care Program, you get online doctor consultations, all your prescribed medicines and dietitian support on call. Get your complete diabetes management kit and expert advice with Beto's Diabetes Care Program. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, growing legacies over 200 years.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
US State Department has slammed the Taliban after the Afghan government banned women from private and public universities in Afghanistan. Local TDP leader Ibrahim was brutally murdered in Narsalaropet, Palnadu district.
The gangster turned terrorist Harry Chatta travelled through a fake passport. Now an FIR has been registered.
From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 10, powered by Century Pro Wood.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was a very firm, emphatic assertion by the Home Minister of India, Amit Shah, when he said today that those NGOs who want to use foreign funds, the FCRA route, to change the demography of India will be stopped. Artificial and motivated external forces cannot be allowed to change India's demography. This is, by the way, nothing to do with freedom of religion. This is not about the operation of NGOs. This is about using the garb of an NGO to push a forcible conversion agenda. There is nothing secular about this. So what is the problem then that some people have with what Amit Shah said today? Take a look at what he said and then we open the debate.
In the Lok Sabha, the Home Minister made a clear statement of intent.
FCRA का जिक्र कर रहे थे. इसमें ढेर सारे एनजीओ भी जुड़े हैं, मगर ये एनजीओ ऐसे हैं जो भारत के समाज को स्वस्थ करना चाहते हैं. कुछ एनजीओ ऐसे होते हैं जो भारत के समाज को प्रताड़ित करना चाहते हैं. दोनों के लिए भारत सरकार की नीति एक नहीं हो सकती. एफसीआरए के कानून का जो पालन नहीं करेगा उसके साथ सख्ती की जाएगी. कोई दया का भाव नहीं रखा जाएगा. जो लोग देश के अंदर देश की डेमोग्राफी को बदलना चाहते हैं और इसके लिए एफसीआरए का उपयोग करना चाहते हैं तो वो कानूनन इसकी इजाजत नहीं दी जा सकती. इस पर सख्त कार्रवाई.
Forced conversions by foreign nationals and funding is a reality. We saw it in Lucknow.
4 लोग ब्राजील के थे, वहाँ के नागरिक थे, उनका पासपोर्ट वीज़ा भी हम लोगों ने देखा और उसमें एक पास्टर या पादरी था. उसमें इन लोगों ने उस गांव में एक धार्मिक कार्यक्रम आयोजित किया था. आरोप है कि इन लोगों ने वहाँ के जो भोले भाले लोग थे उनको लालच या प्रलोभन से भ्रमित करने का प्रयास किया है.
We've reported about it in Assam. The legal position is clear. All members of an NGO seeking an FCRA license must declare no links with religious conversion. NGOs have lost their license for violations. And at a time when conversion is a raging debate across the country.
अब आप सोशल मीडिया पे काफ़ी देख रहे हैं किस प्रकार से बहकाने का आगे वो ऐसे नाच रहे, उनके माथे पे हाथ लगा दिया, वो लेट गए और जिस प्रकार से सारा ड्रामा चल रहा. तो एक आम आदमी, इनोसेंट आदमी, उसको बता दो आप कि ये कर दिया, इसके अंदर भूत था, इसके अंदर ये था, वो था, इस तरीके के बहका के उनका धर्म परिवर्तन करा रहे हैं. तो इस चीज़ पे रोक लगनी चाहिए.
What's wrong with the Home Minister's clear assertion? Let's debate.
Mr. T.J. Abraham of the Indian Christian United Forum, I'm sure you agree with what the Home Minister said.
What did the Home Minister say, Mr. Arnab Goswami?
The Home Minister said that you cannot
What did he say?
Okay, since you don't know, I'll tell you, no problem. Savio and
No, it's
Shazia
not
on
that
the
I
left.
don't know. You are changing the version of the Home Minister's statement is being twisted by you. What did he say? Did he mention conversion? Not a single word. I have watched the proceedings live. You have seen the recording. I have seen it live.
Congratulations.
You are twisting. According to your agenda, you want to twist
What is my agenda? What do you mean my agenda? What is my agenda?
I am for the statement that...
What do you mean your agenda?
You have
What is
an
my agenda?
If you are making a statement which the Home Minister has not stated in the Parliament today, if he has not spoken like that and you are making a statement, that is your agenda.
What is the agenda?
What did he say? I am for it. I am for it. I am for what he said. If somebody is going to change, alter the demography of the nation using FCRA, I am opposed to it.
And how would anybody? How would anybody? When you say just 1 minute, when you see, you must look at the spirit of what has been said. When it is said that foreign funds cannot be used to change the demography of the country and you want to use foreign funds for it, isn't he talking, Shazia, about using foreign funds and using money to try and force conversions in the country? Simple. I am seeing the logic. I know what the Home Minister is talking about. Abraham can't see it. I don't know why.
Why do you?
I don't know why Abraham can't see it.
You're not waiting for an answer.
Mr. Abraham, Shazia Elmi is responding to you. Don't pretend to be. Don't pretend to be blind.
Yes, I want to. So between 2019 and 2021,
okay. I can
the
see
FCRA registration certificates of 1,811 associations have been cancelled under Section 14, which is the FCRA Act 2010. Now, why has this happened? Because if you want to work in India as an NGO for purposes of conversion or not, that we can keep disputing on, you have to register yourself under the FCRA Act. And if you refuse to do that and also not state that as an activity, then clearly you're violating the law. So, and also the fact of the matter is, while some of these NGOs propose to work for the betterment of the poor, of the marginalized, they actually do.
No, be direct, Shazia. Shazia, let me not. You see the no, Shazia. You are searching for words. I'll be very direct. The issue here is this, and I know Savio is dying to come into the debate. So Savio, welcome. You got Abraham, all so angry out here without any reason. You haven't even spoken, and he's already getting angry. Use the word proselytization. The appropriate word that Shazia was looking for is proselytization. Take money from abroad and proselytize out here. That is what the Home Minister is saying. And already there are groups. I am told there is a Jharkhand's Northern Evangelical Lutheran Church, Mumbai's New Life Fellowship Association, Manipur Evangelical Churches Association, others. There are various groups in the country where FCRA licenses have been looked at, some have been suspended, and there is no need to be concerned about it. If your problem is you are using foreign money to use money to change the religion of Indians, why do you need money to change the religion of Indians? If they are Hindu, let them remain Hindu, no. Why do you need money from Germany to make them convert from Hinduism?
Mr. Arnab, Mr. Arnab, last
Mr.
time
Abraham, Mr. Abraham,
people who feel they have been converted with inducement.
Can I get
Mr. Abraham?
Give a list. Let them leave. Leave. Take them back.
Mr. Abraham, can I get a word in?
Take them back.
Why was missionaries of charity looked at?
Arnab. Arnab, can I make a point? There's a little bit of history. Into why the FCRA norms got a little stricter. Because when you look at the investigations that were done by the government, there was a whole lot of foreign money coming into India to certain NGOs claiming to be working for the interest of India, but a considerable amount of them were working towards the conversion agenda. Now let's be honest about one thing. Forced conversions is a reality in India. I keep saying it over and over again. I, sitting here, can give you 110 organizations that were working in India, working towards proselytization through force, through allurement, to some sort of inducement. Now that's a reality. So in order for us to save the religious demographies of this country, the religious freedoms of this country, without enforcement or allurement towards conversion, it is necessary to keep a check on these NGOs. I'll give you an example. Most of the funds coming in were coming from Virginia, Texas. Look at all the reports that were there earlier with the intelligence. It was coming from Virginia, Texas. It was coming from Germany, as you mentioned. It was coming from UK. It was coming from the US. This kind of funding only to convert towards a particular religion whether it is with Christianity, whether it was Islam, it is something that is real.
With all that, with all the conversion.
Do you agree to conversion, sir?
This country has got Christians.
Do you agree to conversions, Mr. Abraham? Yes or no?
2.5%.
Do you agree to forceful conversions? Yes or no?
To the BJP's narrative of Ghar Wapsi.
Do you, Mr. Abraham, there are so many with Hindu names that do not have a Christian name, and they don't show, they continue to remain. They continue to keep their Hindu names. Do they have the courage to change that? They want the same facilities. They keep the Hindu name. If you've taken a Christian belief, take a Christian name.
Like Robert Anthony Savio, who are not Christians.
Oh.
Who are not Christians. Anthony.
Oh, you don't decide whether I'm a Christian or not, Mr. Abraham. You don't decide.
He's going
God
personal
and
now.
Jesus decides whether I'm
He's
a
gone
Christian.
personal.
You are no spokesperson for Jesus. You are no spokesperson for Jesus. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You might be an institutional spokesperson. You're not the spokesperson of the faith. And you're not a spokesperson of my faith. I'm sorry. You have no right. You have no right.
You are
not Jesus, and neither you are messenger. You have lost. You have lost the message of Jesus when you try to forcefully convert. You have lost the message of Jesus when you forcefully try to convert. That's the problem with you people. You don't understand. Jesus never asked you to convert. You think Jesus asked you to convert because you want to make it a business. You want to make it a business. Say it for what it is. Have the courage to say it. Have the courage to say it. An institutionalized business.
What is saying?
A religious institutionalized business.
I have the guts to say. I have the courage to say. Take them back. Do you have the guts to take them back? Take them back.
What do you mean take them back?
I have the courage.
How are you commoditizing
Take
people
them
like
back.
this?
Who back?
One minute. This is so unfortunate. This kind of language, what does it reflect? You're commoditizing human beings, Karan. He says take them back. You're talking about human beings. You're talking about you. No, he's talking about he's talking about human beings. What do you mean take them back?
The message of Jesus.
Who are you talking about?
You don't understand the message of Jesus, Mr. Abraham.
This is a massive racket that has been happening, especially in the tribal areas.
2.5%.
I can talk about so many instances in Lucknow, border areas of Lucknow, Jharkhand. 2 years back in Jharkhand, there was a crackdown. 13 NGOs that were working day and night, luring them or sympathizing with them. You know, they have these actors who are sympathizers. They sympathize with them, give them lurements, promise them a good life, and tell them, you know, all your woes will be vanished if you follow a certain path. And these people, just for the lure or just for those empathetic emotions, they get swayed. And this is something, the larger goal of this is to destabilize our society. You know, NGOs, Arnab, they are a major part of this ecosystem. Either they are stalling development, as that happened in Narmada Bachao, or as that happened in Char Dham Expressway, where they're trying to blockade that entire development, or they want to break this society from within by causing these forced conversions. Now, please let me speak.
Ghar Wapsi failed and you are still
either they stall development or
failed.
Whenever there is a talk of regularization, whether it is of NGOs, whether it is of madrasas, why do you get rattled? You should welcome the norms. You should welcome following and compiling with the norms. What problem do you have? What do you have to hide? All the Home Minister said is that you have to follow the FCRA norms.
I am not rattled. I welcome the norms.
Why are you so rattled?
I welcome the norms.
So why are you saying it has nothing to do with conversion? How do you think
so I think, in fact, one minute, please. I first of all, I request Mr. TJ Abraham to show Mr. Abraham, some people are not liking the way in which you are speaking and saying in a most inconsiderate and unempathetic way, take them back. I request you to please understand you are talking about human beings. You cannot talk about human beings like they are commodities, like they are proselytization targets. This is very wrong and it's very insensitive.
BJP says that let's, do Ghar Wapsi and all this.
It's your right to speak about human beings.
Arnab, the most vulnerable are the targets generally.
You can say anything about anybody. Human beings are purchased.
Please have some empathy for them. You are preying on their vulnerabilities. These organizations are preying on their vulnerabilities. Just because they are stuck in a spot, they go and approach them either with lurements or with sympathy.
Okay, since you're Mr. Josemon is a senior leader and former national secretary of the NCP, and Tala Amir Rashidi is here with me. Tala Amir Rashidi of the Rashtriya Ulama Council, and I bring in Abhishek Banerjee and Shazia Almi back into the debate. So we'll have Shazia and Abhishek on the left, we'll have Mr. Josemon of the NCP and Tala Amir Rashidi on the right. And I think the question is, can foreign funds be used to run a conversion machine? Can there be any laxity in the crackdown? We must understand. If, in my view, Tala, if you are offering an inducement to a poor person to change their religion, it is, as far as I am concerned, a forcible conversion. You take a poor person and you offer them money or an inducement, kind or cash, or inducement or offer of a job, or you offer them something in lieu of their changing their religion, then it is, in my view, forcible conversion. I would like your specific response to that. Mr. Josemon first. You agree or not, sir?
Mr. Arnab.
Sir.
The religion is strictly a private matter.
Is that?
And it's a private matter. Religion is strictly a private matter. Number one. Number two, if I want to change my religion on my free will, my beliefs, my loyalties, or whatever it is, and I am free to do so. Now come this issue of forcible or tempting conversion and all. We have laws. We have laws for about many states have enacted their own laws to restrict religious conversion in their own terms and whatever they feel it is fitting. And we have strict religious anti-conversion laws. Now everything comes from an Harji writ petition filed by one BJP MP to more stringent laws to enact to curb religious conversion.
Yeah.
And our Home Minister says we won't allow anybody to change the demographic condition of the country.
Yeah.
It is nothing but, Mr. Arnab, Hindu khadre mein hai. Hindu is in danger because the government have nothing to say about development.
I want to ask you. I want to ask you something, Mr. Joseph. You said, Mr. Josemon, and that for Amit Shah is worried that Hindu khatre mein hai. Okay.
Yeah.
Amit Shah is saying it because Hindus. One minute, let me. No. So you made a comment.
1 second. No. Amit Shah said somebody is trying to change the demographic condition of the country.
Yeah.
And I said whenever the government fails and whenever the government do not have anything to showcase, then say Hindu khadre mein hai. Because without polarization, they have done nothing. They have failed in all aspects of government. So how can come again to power? They have started beating the drums. Hindu khadre mein hai. Now what the Home Minister said, somebody is trying to change the demographic of the country.
I'll tell you only one thing. I will come to Shazia. Sir, you need to understand there is something in the country called the law.
Yeah.
अब हिंदू खतरे में है कि हिंदू खराब है या हिंदू आतंकवादी है, हिंदू सैफरन टेरर है, हिंदुओं का ये प्रॉब्लम है, वो प्रॉब्लम है. I'll discuss it later. I'll discuss it later. मैं कह रहा हूँ ये बात है और मैं इसको हिंदी में भी कहूँगा रशीदी जी ताकि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग मेरी बातों को सुने. Mr. Abraham, chill, no? Why are you shouting like this? Why
that is his problem.
No, Mr. Abraham is shouting in the background. Don't shout, sir.
Forced conversion, sell the road. Forced conversion, sell the airport. Forced conversion, sell the railway.
A lot of people riled up.
Every time you say this, there's some sale. The nation is getting sold. The nation is getting sold.
So we
No
have
problem.
Islamic rule for last 800 years.
देश खतरे में है.
Did it change our demography?
Shazia, when I'm seeing this today, no, one minute. I'll get TJ and Talam and Rashidi on the right, please, and I please get Abhishek and Shazia on the left. You see, when I see Mr. Abraham and Mr. Josemon talking like this, मुझे पता नहीं कौन खतरे में, मुझे लग रहा है ये फॉरेन एनजीओस खतरे में, और जिनको वहां से फ्री का पैसा मिल रहा था,
देश खतरे में है.
नहीं देश खतरे में नहीं है, ये विदेश में फ्री से डॉलर्स लेने वाले जो देश को बेचने को तैयार है वो खतरे में है.
एयरपोर्ट सोल्ड, रोड्स बीइंग सोल्ड.
करेक्ट.
जो भी है देश में हमारा जो भी है उसको सेल कर रहे हैं, इसलिए देश खतरे में है.
I think you're hallucinating, sir.
Shazia is responding now.
You want the list? You want the list?
Please do not
clap. Each time
so
there's a same clap.
This is the typical rhetoric, right?
Psychopaths clap.
So this is what the entire
clap.
So this is the entire rhetoric and the narrative of break up India runs on. That roads are being sold, this is being done, that is being done. The fact of the matter
we are
is
breaking up India.
that many
You are
NGOs
selling India.
and everybody.
You are selling
Sir, let
India.
me finish. Sir,
You are selling
don't
India.
shout.
You have sold
Sir, don't
India.
shout. Sir, don't shout. Sir, there is no. Do not scream, sir. Let's not get.
When my nation gets sold, I get angry.
Belligerent about
Mr. 1 minute. No, Shazia, इसके पहले. Mr. Abraham, 1 minute. I have a question from you. I have a question from you. Do you have an NGO license? Do you have an FCRA license? Have you ever had a FCRA license?
I don't want an FCRA license.
So good, then why are you getting
I'm
worried?
an Indian. I don't need foreign.
So good. So what are you getting worked up about?
I'm not worried. I welcome the statement. I said I welcome the statement.
Somebody is getting very worried. That's
Home Minister. I welcome the statement of the Home Minister. But for you, it is not the statement of the Home Minister.
I wanted to say it again.
You want more than that.
Shazia.
Sir, no, sir. Please don't sermonize us. It is very disturbing. It's not very pleasant for the ears. So I would just like to give my ears and everyone else's just a small break.
Yeah.
So I want to say there is a law. Law is very clear. There is a law. It is very, very clear that you can practice, you can profess any religion, and you can also proselytize. There is also the aspect that you must consider that not only do you have to be registered under the FCRA Act, but you have to conduct yourself, and the NGO's activity should be limited to the capacity that it seeks to cover. So, which is why we all know about Colin Gonsalves's NGO, the Socio-Legal Network. And there are stories about not just that NGO, but many others, who are not only busy in conversions, but actually helping the illegal refugees, or even connected to the Northeast riots, and many such activities.
Why don't you speak about the offshore units of RSS? Offshore units of RSS based in America, based in Europe.
Let me finish, sir. So let me finish saying what I'm saying. So the fact of the matter is that the FCRA, according to the laws, the NGO seeking to get foreign donations must utilize the funds also only for the purpose for which they're getting them. And are any of these purposes mentioned in those NGOs which have actually been clamped down upon? And as for you, nobody is in khatra. Desh khatre mein nahi hai. Na to Islam khatre mein hai, na Hinduism khatre mein hai.
Desh khatre mein hai.
Because the religions, whether it's my religion, Islam, or Savio's religion,
you will clap.
There are possibility of conversions.
When everything under your feet is being sold.
There is no possibility of conversion.
Every time there is a noise about conversion,
this is why the general sentiment.
There is something big.
Okay. So I'll tell you one thing.
Rebels against the idea of conversion.
I'll tell you what Amit Shah was saying. Amit Shah is saying the following. Let's say one thing, that the population of India is 80% Hindu. Okay? Now there are some states like Gujarat where it's 88, 89% Hindu. But on average, let's say 80% Hindu. Now, Mr. Abraham says that the population of Christians is still what? 2 to 2.5%. First of all, let me tell you, Is there anything called an ideal percentage of the population that the Christian community must be from? Do you have a target in mind? Do you have a target? Are you saying that there should be 5%, 6% Christian, 10%?
Garvapsi. Organize the nationwide Garvapsi.
I didn't say Garvapsi. You are saying Garvapsi.
We'll set it.
What is Garvapsi? What is Garvapsi? Why don't you talk about Garvapsi?
Come on. Run the campaign.
What about the offshore
campaign? You failed. You failed
in America,
because
in Europe,
those who became Christians were
but the population of you are fully aware. You are
American Hindu Council.
No.
Those who have become Christians
the Seva International.
Yeah. Okay.
Why don't you talk about them?
You see, Tala. 1 minute. Tala will be on the debate with Abhishek now. I'll have Tala and Abhishek. I just want to make it clear to you. I want to make it clear to you, Tala.
What does Mr. Amit Shah mean to say in the parliament?
What is your problem with Amit Shah? I mean, like, you don't like Amit Shah. What's your problem? What is your problem with Amit Shah, Tala?
The demography of the country won't be tolerated.
Yeah, so he said a good thing. I'm so happy he said it, that you can't use money to change the demography of this country. No, you can't.
What does that mean? Now, how do you
I'll tell you what it means.
It means the conversion.
Can I tell you what it means?
What leads you to
first of all,
the conclusion of it? Conversion.
Now you asked a question. You want me to answer the question?
And I want this answer from Shazia. Let her tell us, because she is the official spokesperson of BJP.
What do you want Shazia to answer? Okay, 1 minute. Can I say one thing before Shazia answers? I'll tell you what Amit Shah means. Amit Shah means when he says demography of the country.
It's very clear. Why would you work on demography?
Mr. Rashidi, I know what he means because I have read the law and you have not. That's not my problem. Have you done law? Have you studied law?
I'm a lawyer. I'm a practicing lawyer. Arnab,
I can't believe it. No, you're not. You're not a lawyer. Don't joke. You're not a lawyer.
No. Do you want me to show you the degree? Do you want me to show you
I don't know. You can't be a lawyer. You can't be a lawyer. You don't know the law. That's so funny. You don't know the law. This is ridiculous. You can't be a lawyer. Karan, he can't be a lawyer, Karan.
You know everything.
Yeah, I know everything. Yeah, Karan, you can't be a lawyer. He's not a lawyer.
I do understand that.
He's not a lawyer.
But the nation
He's not a lawyer. He's not a lawyer. You're not a lawyer.
I know who is a lawyer and who is a liar.
Okay. Abhishek, he insists that he's a lawyer. He insists that he's a lawyer. He insists that he's a lawyer. And if he's a lawyer, he must tell me what is written in section 12. What is written?
What is written? Simple question. What did our honorable Home Minister by the statement that we won't tolerate anyone who wants to change the demography of the country? How do you know that he means conversion?
I'll tell you.
Now, what does the law have to do with that?
You asked your question.
We can have a different debate on law.
You asked your question,
Mr.
Mr. Self-claimed lawyer. Listen to me. What is
Arnab,
said?
your channel has put me many times as a lawyer.
Really? I mean, you baffle me. But listen to me. I don't think you can be a lawyer because otherwise, if you're a lawyer, then please quote me Section 12 of the FCRA and also quote me the 2019 FCRA Rule Amendment Act. Come on.
Yeah, I'll just go
challenge
through it and quote to you. I'll just go through
challenge
it
to
and quote to you.
No, it's a challenge. Why are you chickening out now? What is it?
Give me some time. I'll go through it. I'll quote to you.
Gives me some time? It's elementary.
Being
ABC.
a lawyer, do you want me to remember each and every act?
Not every.
That's not human. That's not human. I'm not a robo, you know.
I'm telling you to understand. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you, Tala. The 2019 FCRA Rules Amendment requires NGOs to have office bearers, key functionaries and members to submit affidavits declaring innocence from forcible conversion or convictions. And also Section 12 of FCRA makes it absolutely clear that you cannot use foreign contributions for activities aimed at conversion through inducement or force. So both inducement and force, listen to me, Abraham, are not allowed. Do you understand? Now start clapping, Mr. Abraham. Start clapping. Start clapping now. Now clap, Mr. Abraham. Now clap.
I did not know
clap
that
for
you
me now.
wrote the speech for the Home Minister.
Yeah,
you
Abhishek
wrote
is
the
on the
speech for
debate.
the Home Minister. You will know better. How will I know? I heard the Home Minister, but you wrote the speech for the Home Minister. You write the speech for the Prime Minister.
No, I'm not. Abhishek is on the debate. Abhishek's responding. Abhishek.
Yeah, Arnab, so I mean, first of all, I would say that anybody who has witnessed what has happened recently at Virinjam port in Kerala, where, you know, many of the protesters, they were carrying Vatican flags, cannot deny how big the danger is. Because we are a democracy, anybody who is trying to change the demography of this country, at least in my book, is basically committing invasion and essentially cultural genocide. You see, on one side, we have this church, which is an expansionist organization that has taken over large parts of Africa, Asia, Latin America, Australia, and is pursuing its same agenda in India. Please, I have not interrupted you. I have not interrupted you. I have not interrupted you. So the church is an expansionist organization. You should know that the sovereignty of Vatican City was obtained on February 9, 1929 by a deal with fascist Mussolini. You should be aware of this history, sir. So it's an expansionist organization. The words of the Pope, the Pope even talked about harvesting people, harvesting faith. He said this. So this is the dehumanizing rhetoric that he has used against people like us. Our way of life is thousands of years older. And so you have this white king who lives in Europe, and his representatives come to this country and say that our way of life, which is thousands of years old, is wrong. We worship false gods, and they offer us various kinds of inducements. So I cannot believe that this is even allowed in the modern world. I cannot imagine. I cannot believe that proselytization is still even allowed in this modern world.
The meaning of the word demography.
What kind of a population will fall for indigenous culture, sir? We are just trying to protect our indigenous culture from
what kind of a population will fall for inducement?
We have a right to protect.
Why have you kept the population in such a low situation that they fall for
our indigenous faith?
And that wants to rule over, that wants to capture Bengal.
Please,
Bengalis have thrown them away.
You bring this, and then you say, and then they divide up our country into these dioceses.
No,
the administration doing?
Okay, which country allows? Okay, I'll give a turn. Abhishek, 1 minute. Karan, which country allows NGOs to carry out proselytization or induced conversions? In fact, I think forced conversions is too limiting a word. We must talk about induced conversions, which are just as bad. We can't play with language. Karan.
And Arnab, that is also having a very detrimental impact on the social fabric. Now let me make my point.
Let's talk about
Because what is happening, Arnab, is religious strife. Because in a bid to convert, they pick one religion against the other. And very tacitly and silently, they demean one religion. So that is having a very debilitating impact on our social structure. So when we have that sort of an impact on our social structure, it weakens the fabric. And that is what the Home Minister, being in charge of the law and order, sees as a threat to our nation. So it is only correct that he pointed this out as a threat. He's a visionary to see this as a threat coming tomorrow, because this is happening at a large scale in the tribals, be it in Jharkhand, be it in Kerala, be it in Assam. Tomorrow, one religion would be pitted against the other, and this kind of religious strife we do not want in our country, which is a secular politics. This is for secularism, this is for coexistence, this is for
2,000 years. And the population of the community is 2.5%, and you're scared of the
Abraham and Samuel.
You're scared of 2.5%? Why are you scared?
Mr. Abraham, there is a demographic issue we need to look at.
Which game?
Who gives you a right? Who gives you a right to demonize the Hindus? Who gives any pastor a right to demonize the Hindus? Preach your faith, profess your faith. Why do you have to demonize
Abraham right now on the debate, ladies and gentlemen.
Who gives you the right?
Only two.
This is what
Who gives you the right?
Folded
Who gives you the right to demonize? That's not the teachings of Jesus. That's not the teachings of Jesus. I'm sorry. The teachings of Jesus were coexistence. It was coexistence. Who gives you a right to demonize? Why are believers, evangelicals coming into India and demonizing the Hindus?
Who's preaching?
What is the need to convert?
I don't know.
What is the need to convert?
I don't need
What is the need to convert? Why don't you accept it? I don't care whether you need to hear it. I don't care whether you need to hear it. You need to know the truth.
Judas. Savio, he called you a Judas. Savio, he called you a Judas. Our panelist, unfortunately, has made a personal attack on Savio Rodriguez and called him a Judas.
Remember that.
Yes, I am. Yes, I don't
Jesus
need a
would
Judas
be irrelevant
to tell me
without
what
Judas.
my religion is. I know my faith.
Jesus would be
I am
irrelevant
strong in
without
my
Judas
faith.
because
I
Judas
know I'm a Christian.
contributed
It's strong.
in Jesus' sacrifice.
Just
Learn
because
to get
you
your
have a
facts
Robert,
correct, my
Peter,
friend.
Anthony name, you're
Look
not
at
a
the truth
Christian.
for what it is.
You need to be
don't
strong
have
in
the
your
truth.
faith.
You
And
are
I'm
Satan.
strong in my faith.
You are Satan.
I don't need a Judas
You
to
are
tell
working
me.
for Lucifer. You are working for Lucifer. You are working for Lucifer.
Yeah.
You want to divide.
And you want
to
you're
preach
working for
hate.
whom?
That's what you all want
You're
to do.
working for whom? Arnab
You are
Goswami.
Lucifer. That's even worse than Judas. You are Lucifer.
You're rattled.
You're the fallen
You're
angel.
rattled.
You
You're
are
rattled.
the fallen angel, my
You're
friend.
rattled.
Not
Your
rattled,
kingdom
my
is
friend.
rattled.
Not rattled.
Your
Lucifer
kingdom is rattled.
Why are you getting
your
upset?
kingdom is rattled.
I called you Lucifer.
Rattled.
I called you Lucifer. That's
my
why.
faith. My
you
faith
tell me
is
who
strong.
gives you the right.
I believe in the
who
truth.
gives you
and
the right?
I think I just want to point out here, Shazia, this is descending into a personal attack on Savio, and I wish we don't do that. I just want to point out that this is a serious issue, Mr. And Talaji, Supreme Court ने खुद कहा है कि there is a need to look at. The Supreme Court has itself observed, the Supreme Court has observed that there is a need to deal very strictly with fraudulent conversions which are done. I am an anchor, I know, which is why I'm saying if people convert through inducement, it is a crime.
Is Mr. Amit Shah doing
And
about
everybody
it?
trying it should be probably tried under the law.
He's the Home Minister.
Don't exploit poor people, that's what I'm saying. Talami Rashidi and Shazia Elmi.
Induced conversion should be dealt strongly.
So
any forced conversion or any
Talaji, I would
induced
like to ask
conversion
you,
should be dealt
do you know
very
what has happened
strongly
to
as per the
minorities in Pakistan? Do you want India to become no? Do you want India to be like Pakistan? Do you want there to be dreadful friction on the basis of religion because of conversions? Do you want to break the fabric of society?
People so obsessed with Pakistan?
I'm asking you. So, and this constant pillarizing Hindus and saying that some of them ought to convert, and for that every inducement will be used, and it's going to be part of the religious whatever, expansionism you can call it, imperialism, chauvinism, whatever. Do you think it's fair? Do you know this hurts the sentiment? Imagine if it was the other way around. Do you know how much it hurts?
What is the point that you are trying to put forward?
No, you know what I'm trying to say.
Why don't you talk about Garbhakshi? Why don't you talk about Seva International? Why don't you talk about American Hindu Council? Why don't you talk about Hindu Parishad of America?
Why should I talk about it?
Why don't you talk about Ekla Foundation of America?
No, I'm asking you. Tribals. Whether it's the Adivasis of India or many other sects of India, why would you want to work on them simply with a purpose? So you want to work for them only because you want to convert them? Do you know what's happening in Punjab right now? The misery, the misery that life takes on you.
Any sort of conversion that is
every weakness
or
is
that
used.
is induced is illegal and should be dealt very
I think that's the worst kind. Yes, so conversion of this kind, when you use human weakness only to further cause of religion, is that philanthropy or altruism in any true sense of the word? Would anybody? No,
I think I'm very clear out here. The only person who is very rattled by what Amit Shah said today is TJ Abraham, and he should later tell us why. And viewers, we started by talking about China. COVID cases are mounting. The dead body